Okay, here's the second barrier. You gotta hit enter.
Warning, adult content. It basically says it's the same stuff. It's illegal if you're below the age of 18.
21 in certain countries, so please tune out now if you're below the age of 21 in countries where pornography is illegal below this age.
So I'm going to read the first sentence here. Mormon Girls reveals the secret, ritualistic sex practices of a Mormon cult.
That's all you need to read.
It's all a cult, though. It's all a cult.
Coming from the man who lives in the heart of Mormonism.
Yep. Like, you don't have to think about it too much.
I mean, that's not looking... It's looking staged, but you gotta remember, this is highly ritualistic. These people are professionals.
The problem is, if it's... Now, here's the problem with it. It looks staged, though. And the problem is...
There's the one with the doctor. So, do you see that? Do you see the one with the doctor?
Well, alright, so basically, look. Is this simply... That's enough of that. Fuck.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Louis.
I mean, they have pretty good furniture.
Is it simply...
Well, I mean, Mormons just have good furniture. That's one of the pros of being in the church.
Is the website simply showcasing the acts of the ritual through staged videos? Or is it recordings of the ritual actually in real life taking place?
It's probably a mix of the two.
Because from those images that we just saw, it looked 100% too professional and staged.
Well, I mean, they look way too good to be Mormon girls.
If you read the about, you notice that it's highly ritualistic and practiced.
Yeah.
Therefore, wouldn't they be professionals?
You've got a point there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got a point.
I mean, the fact that they were doing it in a doctor's office, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant because there are a large number of, at least around here, Mormon doctors and lawyers.
Yeah, same in Salt Lake. That holds true for everywhere.
Mormons are basically the Jews of Christianity. Jeff looks like he's caught on to something large.
Just wondering in what ways do you mean?
Doctors, lawyers, money.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Then it fits to a T. It's great. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we've enlightened you guys. If you want to check out some real sex acts performed by Mormons, how would you rate this website, Louis?
I don't know. I mean, it looks legit, so...
7 out of 10?
7 out of 10.
I'd say 6.5 out of 10.
All right.
6.5.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to break it down even more.
Yeah.
It looks it's a legitimate website.
Jeez.
So
that was a roller coaster of an experience right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's about 40 minutes.
20 minutes of that was us talking about traps.
And that's our one topic for the podcast that we had planned.
See, it was kind of weird the whole time that Homer Simpson was watching us talk about fucking dudes.
Hey, he's chill. He don't care.
Well, you know, he's not really watching.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not looking at any of us, clearly.
I mean, he's just kind of there.
We probably need to take a picture of Homer and then put that up.
Yeah.
We probably just make that the thumbnail, honestly.
Throw that in the video somewhere.
Oh man, how do you sleep at night, Louis? With Homer over there.
You just don't look at me.
Does he look at you when you're sleeping?
No. He just chills in the corner eating his donut. Like he always does.
Same donut. All the time. No, I've never had a donut with sprinkles before.
Really?
I've never even seen one.
Oh, really?
Anywhere.
Wow.
In real life.
I mean, there are definitely better donuts out there than the ones with sprinkles on them, but, you know, they're good.
I mean, I like sprinkles.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like sprinkles. I mean, there's nothing really to them. They're just little bits of sugar.
Yeah.
But I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Like, when I was a kid, man, like, I just get everything with sprinkles on it.
The thing with sprinkles, though, is they don't really add much to a donut.
Got a little bit of crunch. Sort of
They're
breaks up the
mostly
monotony.
there for decoration, though.
Yeah, it's more
They're
just a
eye-catching.
visual appearance. Yeah.
I mean, sprinkles on ice cream's where it's at, though. Especially with just like some soft serve sundae.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Put some sprinkles on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your contribution, Louis.
Oh, shit. Speaking of contributions, so Cody Little, who people may know from us recording Hearts of Iron with him
Yeah.
in that monumental clusterfuck of a game that we put out last time.
Right. The Japan-China Siam game.
Oh, God, that would have went so much better if the UK didn't exist.
Right.
But,
Also, we should have attacked the Middle East, but we didn't.
oh, we should have. Especially after we got Afghanistan.
Yeah.
But I was banking on Persia. It didn't happen. But, carrying on. You may remember him from that. He apparently got a new phone.
Yeah, he was having some sort of problem with his current one. Like, it wasn't powering on or something. I can't remember what
And
he
for
said.
some reason, he didn't put his contacts into his Google Cloud, which would have then just ported over if he put his fucking email address in it. And so he asked us in our big D&D group chat.
Yeah.
He asked us, "Can y'all send me your names so I know who's who?" And Luke, within 30 seconds of that going out, replied, "Tyler."
Oh, so that's what that was. Okay.
I then also replied, "Tyler," because that's my name.
I didn't even reply.
And then Matt, our homosexual friend you may hear from one day, he, oh, see, we're not homophobic. We have a gay friend.
Oh, yeah, that's
we
right.
We didn't have to go through
We
that
didn't
whole
actually
thing.
have to go through that process. Damn. Whatever.
It happened. What's done is done. And he also replied, "Tyler." I was really hoping that you and our Vietnamese friend Wee would have also replied, "Tyler."
I didn't realize he had asked something. I looked at my phone and saw 3 people say Tyler. And I was like, I don't know
You know what he replied with?
what's happening.
He replied with, "Okay, thanks." I think he might have just set all those numbers as me.
Okay. Alright.
See,
Wow.
I was really hoping that we could have just...
Now, thing is though, he asked me on Steam to send you my number and the rest of your numbers, and so I did on Steam. I don't know if you ever saw that.
I doubt it. Besides, Steam chats go away in like 2 hours after they happen.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Jeff, do you have a Steam account?
I do, yeah.
We need to get your Steam account after this.
Oh, yeah, will do.
So that way, when we all have some decent internet with a low amount of ping, we can all get together, play some multi-games.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That'd be great. But now, what do you guys think Luke is doing right now?
Being a ginger.
Typically.
Yeah. Right now, Luke is... He's either being a slave to the woman, or he's playing Smite.
Either or. God, Luke is so fucking salty on Smite. I was telling you all a little bit about it earlier.
Yeah.
God, he fucking rages. He goes hardcore ginger rage. I'm surprised he hadn't thrown his fucking remote control through his
This is
TV.
news to me, because whenever he's talked about Smite, I don't get the impression that he's salty while he plays.
He is so salty.
Like, the impression I got when he plays Smite is that, from what he tells me, the impression I was getting from him was that he enjoys playing this game a lot.
He does, but he's so salty.
But, like, I know Luke, and I just know that he would be salty playing this. I've never seen the game, I've never seen him play the game, or any game for that matter.
It's just League of Legends, but better, so.
The thing is, I don't know about that. The thing is, Smite has very specific problems that are that would probably go above Luke's head right now from what he knows about the game. But it has like very specific balancing problems with the map and the way the flow of matches work. It's kind of hard to explain, but
God, I remember Luke had this really weird item set up for Ymir.
But man, here's the only thing you need to know. I don't know if he still thinks it's okay, but he used to think it was okay to just not buy boots.
You gotta have that speed.
Now, I think in League that might be okay in certain situations. I don't play League, but I think in League it might be okay to go without boots. But in Smite, that's not really okay. So, yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I remember he was running this really weird item set up, and we were all over there, and you said something along the lines of, Luke, what the fuck's your problem, man? Why are you running this setup? To which Luke replies, no, man, I watched a video on YouTube. And this is the best way to run Ymir.
Alright, here's the problem with that. What I think he does is he buys the items based off of advice from someone else, basically someone telling him to buy that item, and the icon of what the item looks like. And that is his basis for buying an item. What the icon looks like so that he can recognize it, and then someone telling him to buy it. So he doesn't actually know what the item does. And that's not good for a game that's heavily based off of the item builds. Like, yeah. Like, his build for Ymir now isn't particularly bad.
I mean, because you basically coached him through what he needs.
Well, yeah, kind of, but I don't play Ymir much anymore. But his items aren't bad, but, like, there some items that he buys, he just, like, doesn't need. There'd be something better. Like, for example, you won't know what this is, but, like, he was buying an item called Book of Thoth.
That sounds like it does some heavy mana stuff.
He was buying it specifically for mana. But that's not what you buy that item for in the first place. Like, you don't buy that item for mana, you buy that item for magical power. Like, the way that item works is it gives you a certain amount of magical power and mana, and you can get 50 stacks on it. You get stacks by killing stuff. And the more stacks you have, the more mana it gives you, and I think, if I remember correctly, a certain percentage of your total mana is converted to magical power. The problem with that is, like, when he was over here playing Smite, he wanted to buy that item late into the game, like, late into the match. And the problem with that is, since the match was already almost over, because he was playing Joust, which is, like, fucking 10 to 15 minute matches.
It's like a speed run.
It's like a speed run. There's no point buying it late the game because you can't get the stacks for the item to be useful. So I told him to buy the item that's literally right next to Book of Thoth, which is Soul Reaver. It gives you more mana. It's like 350 versus the 300. It gives you more magical power, and it gives you it just gives you a better immediate benefit than Book of Thoth does. It also gives you, like, I think, like, I can't remember exactly what it does, but it's like 15% more damage on, like, your first ability used, or something like that, and then it goes on cooldown. It gives you good burst damage.
This might be why Luke is so salty, because he just sucks.
Yeah.
But now, Jeff, you were telling us earlier about how you've recently gotten into both Overwatch and League of Legends, also known as the salt piles of the modern day.
Yes. Yes, I have. I got a gaming computer
Oh, really?
for Christmas.
Oh,
yeah.
you didn't tell us about that.
I thought you were.
Oh,
I thought you were
What?
just playing on console, like Xbox.
Oh
or something.
no! I got
Because
like
that's what you have.
I got like a legit pre-built.
Pre-built. Oh.
Yeah, well, it was a good deal. It was a really good deal.
I mean, if it's a good deal,
Yeah,
And
No problem,
below
dude.
$1,000.
it's yeah.
Oh, yeah,
well,
that's
well
good.
below. Well,
That's
below.
good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
honestly,
Runs like a dream.
honestly,
I
you
love
can
it.
always expand it later.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You can take those things apart.
So yeah, I got a gaming computer for Christmas,
Nice.
but it did not get shipped to me until late April. So I've been trying to make up for lost time by just binging all kinds of games. Been playing Overwatch, just started League, been playing The Witcher,
Nice.
The Witcher 3, really good game.
So you played
Love
the
it.
1,
I still need
and
to
then
play through
3.
No, I haven't played 1 or 2 yet. It's just...
The thing
this
is,
the
I
third.
want to play like all 3, like, starting from 1. That's the
Well,
way I want to
Like
do
you
it.
did with Mass Effect?
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not real invested in the story. I'm not real interested in
So
it.
you're just enjoying the gameplay.
Yes, the gameplay and the mechanics are tons of fun to try and get used to and master, because the combat mechanics in this game is very fast-paced, very reliant on not getting hit,
Yeah.
and I'm usually a very tanky player. I like taking hits and shrugging stuff off, but
Yeah.
you can't do that in this game.
No.
That's not an option, and I, starting out, struggled so much with it, and I'm just now getting the hang of it.
See, I've never played The Witcher 3, but just from looking at it, my favorite thing about it by far is the graphics and the scenery, because it looks like what European Russia could have been if European Russia was a little less shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are exactly right.
Yeah.
If
That-
real life
that's
Russia
it.
was a little less shit, that's what The Witcher would look like.
You are
There
exactly
we go.
right.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a fantasy world, so anything's possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also a beautiful game. I probably because I haven't played the first 2 games, I think a lot of the characters lack depth. But you know, it is what it is. I'm playing through it.
I don't know.
That just might be a shortcoming of the series.
I don't know, because I haven't heard that complaint from other people who have
Well-
played through the whole series.
Well, by
I
that
can-
point,
For
you're
me,
really
I
invested.
True.
can sort of see where you're coming from. Because I've only played a little bit. I've only played The Witcher 3. And I can sort of see where you're coming from with that.
But, like, it's not a big complaint. Like, I'm not going to
No.
stop playing the game because of it. It's still a wonderful game.
I feel like some of the characters just act generically, I guess. There's not really too much to the dialogue
It is a
in
large
some
game.
instances.
It is, yeah. It's a very, very large game.
Like, when you play a large game,
Yeah.
you're going to have a lot of generic conversation. Although, there is a mod for The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. It's called Made Euphoria. This mod,
Like maid,
yeah,
as in
as
A
in
maid?
a maid that comes into your house and cleans,
Okay.
and you have sexy time with.
okay.
The last part's important. It's
yeah.
like the most important part of that definition.
See, it started off as a mod that would put in a maid for the player character to play dress up with in a player-owned home.
Okay.
It expanded to have over 30 hours of unique content and storyline with over 13,000 voiced lines of voice with 76 individual voice actors. It also has a sequel coming in Skyrim
Really?
that features such things as a tropical dwarven fortress.
Oh my god.
The
I
mod
need to check that
creator,
out then.
the mod creator said that the sequel to Made Euphoria would be even more focused on storyline and added features.
Oh my god.
I have heard of that mod, and I've heard that it gets really emotional at some points.
What?
too.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
Oh
Holy
man!
shit.
But see, that's just proof that one dedicated person and his 76 friends can just do whatever they need to.
Yeah.
You hear that, Bethesda? Your paid mods? This man did it for free for the benefit of all mankind.
Mm.
So just because now you're telling me that consoles are advanced enough that they can hook up to the internet and download a mod and edit the game file on the console that you have to start charging for it? Come on, Todd Howard.
Oh shit!
I'm not buying Fallout 4 again. That was a mistake the first time.
Is that what the fucking...
Yeah.
I heard they were gonna, like, not...
Also Skyrim for the Switch.
Yeah. And Skyrim VR for PlayStation.
And Fallout 4 mobile.
Yeah, and Fallout 4 VR as well.
Was Fallout 4 bad? Because I heard, like, nothing but good
Fallout
things about
4...
It's an interesting case.
Fallout 4, let's see. Gameplay overall is pretty good, but it strays so far away from the core Fallout gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, it basically just takes COD and ports it into a fucking Fallout game. So it has good fast-paced combat, but it just is not the same.
Also, the story never really captivated me.
The story was garbo.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, like, I'm playing through The Witcher 3 and I'm like, holy shit, you know, this story, I really like it so far. It's pretty cool. The characters are good. I go to Fallout 4. It's like night and day. The characters are shallow. The story's boring. It's like I'm reading a kid's book.
I mean, when you can play fucking Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and get a better story. I mean, when the twists in a Call of Duty game catch you more off guard than fucking Fallout. It's pretty sad, and you should take a look at your life.
Yeah.
You should take a look at your life. Because, as all spoilers aside, you know, I remember that one Vine specifically of the little emo girl, and she's like, 1 cummy, 2 cummy, 3 cummy, 4. Your dad is the villain in Fallout 4. I mean, your son is the villain in Fallout 4. Like,
yeah.
Not even hitting those spoilers, which didn't put a big impact in anything anyway.
Yeah.
Just playing the game, once you find out... Once I found out that Kellogg is a near immortal cyborg that works for the Institute, I mean, spoiler alert.
No, it's cool. The thing about those type of games is you can spoil the main story. There's still so much other content there.
Not really, not in Fallout 4.
Well, fuck. Whoops.
Yeah, that's also another thing lacking. Good side story stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of exploration looking around like that. But then you compare it to just the exploration in Fallout New Vegas. Where,
my love.
Yeah, no, Fallout New Vegas is still best Fallout game. It is my Fallout waifu. But Fallout New Vegas had some very, very interesting exploration things. And couple that with a much larger map than Fallout 4 has. Because they talked a lot about the vertical aspect of it, because you're in a big city. Like, while that was interesting, that was an interesting take on it, it was just...
You still can't go vertical everywhere.
Yeah, it was really just
all
annoying.
it is rundown skyscrapers
full
with
of raiders.
Yeah, filled with raiders or super mutants.
It was very annoying.
That's literally
honestly.
all it is.
Like, the coolest thing that I probably found exploring in Fallout 4 was probably because I just couldn't be bothered to go look everywhere through this game because it just could not hold my attention that well, honestly. And I love Fallout.
Yeah, I never beat the game.
Me either. I never beat it. I beat Fallout 4 God knows how many times. Not Fallout 4. Fallout New Vegas God knows how many times.
God, yeah.
Because it's just good.
Yeah.
Everything about it was good, and that's why Obsidian should make all future Fallout games. But, I mean, seriously, you just reskin Fallout New Vegas. I'll buy that shit for $70. Come on, Todd Howard. Hit me up. Hit me up, Todd Howard.
I mean, all that being said, I would still like to play Fallout 4. I still haven't.
Yeah.
I need to.
Do you have a PS4?
No, I don't.
I'll say if you got one, you can just have mine.
Just get it on your gaming PC.
Oh, yeah, I can do that now.
Steam.
Still $60.
Yeah, true.
Well, I'm not sure what the limits are on a Steam refund, but you could just play it, see if you like it. If not, refund it. But the thing with Fallout 4, though, is that, or like just Fallout in general, you have to sort of play like 20 plus hours
Exactly.
before you figure out you like it or not. and at that point they may not let you get a Steam refund.
You've played too much, can't
Yeah, you've played too many hours. You can't refund this.
Yep.
But Fallout 4 in general, if they had just paid less attention to visceral combat,
I mean,
it's basically the Mass Effect 2 problem again. Because if you go from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2 and then go to 3, you realize 2, they paid so much more attention to gameplay and combat that they missed out on a lot of hours of crafting dialogue options, of crafting just a story in general. It was still a good story. It was still well thought out, but its execution was just a little bit less than, especially Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 was the best one for me.
oh really?
Yeah, just story-wise, Mass Effect 3 was the best.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to bitch about the ending. I'm not even about that.
Thing with me is that I play, well, you've done this as well, where you play all 3 games consecutively,
Right.
like, within a short amount of time.
Yeah, I've done that like 4 times.
So, like, for me, it was just one, I may as well just been playing, like, one game, for me. Like, it's just like...
Let's see, I also played them in order release with the time gaps.
Oh, okay.
And then after that is when...
See, the way I viewed it was, it's just one big game, one big story. There are, like, graphical improvements between each iteration. There are some small gameplay changes, but essentially it's just one.
1 and 2 were night and day.
Yeah, but it's just like, essentially it's just one big thing, and it's like, it was fantastic.
Yeah, if you just go straight through, you kind of can't tell that the Mass Effect 2 story was just not quite as good.
Yeah, like, I couldn't tell, because...
Like, I will say that...
Like, after, like, from 1, just straight into 2, straight into 3, and I was like, holy shit.
I will go ahead and contradict myself. Mass Effect 2, its story was just better executed than 1, but 1 had a better story.
Yeah.
1 definitely had a better story.
1 really, it captured my attention. I liked it a lot.
See, the one thing I really didn't like about Mass Effect 1's story is just how you get your crew. That aggravated the shit out of me, because you're just walking around, just literally Forrest Gumping your way across the Citadel, finding every important person in the galaxy. That's literally what you do.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And then you go to fucking Pharos, whichever one you get Liara at. You know, when I got Mass Effect 1, like, a few months after it came out, I could not fucking get past the Citadel.
Like,
I could not get past it. But do you know why? It's not that I was bad at the game.
see, this is just like a maze?
No. It's that once I got back on board the Normandy, I really couldn't see where I was going. Because it was so dark and my TV was old. That I turned the TV up to max brightness. I turned the game up to max brightness.
I see.
And I still could not.
You're talking about when you're
see.
flying around in space. And you have to
I
control
couldn't
shit.
find my way to the fucking control board.
Oh shit!
couldn't.
Okay.
I did a couple
You
times.
couldn't find your way to the galaxy map.
No, I couldn't.
Holy.
I did a couple times way back in the day when I was like 10.
Yeah.
I did a few times, and then I got to the fucking volcanic world, and then
Oh yeah.
I was having a problem where I couldn't really see anything but the lava, and so I was missing out on the fact that the map just goes straight this way and then turns around the lava lake. I couldn't see the fucking turn up there. And so I just like rage quit like 3 times until I got a new TV and I had played Mass Effect 2. And I was like, you know what? Let's go back to Mass Effect 1. I went, I can see. And then I beat the game.
Yeah.
So I played Mass Effect 2. Well, really, I played Mass Effect 1 before I did 2, but I actually played through Mass Effect 2 before I played Mass Effect 1. And going in order like that, it really helped me point out some failures that Mass Effect 1 had. Like, they had a pretty simplistic setup of the events, which is not really a problem. But compared to how just, like, in-depth and succinct the rest of the story was, it was just kind of in your face. Just kind of blared at me that Commander Shepard literally just Forrest Gumped his way across the Citadel and found every important person in the galaxy.
Pretty much.
And then, like, some stuff like Rex on Vermeer. If you make any choices in the game using Paragon or Renegade, you will fucking... Rex will live. I don't know who played that game and did not have Rex live. Honestly. Unless you were just a cunt and didn't like Rex.
I haven't played the series
I don't-
yet, so
You should.
I should. I
Playing
want to.
through it, I don't know how keeping any of the crew alive is a big deal. Like, it's not hard.
If they show back up...
Okay, look, here is the secret to any... Spoiler alert. Here's the secret to anyone who doesn't know. Pick the choice in the top right of the circle. That's the key. And everyone lives.
Pretty much, yeah.
Until they get their scripted death.
Dude,
pretty much it.
Fucking Morden, man. I
That was-
cried.
That was one of the saddest, if not the saddest.
Because
death.
he was singing the Scientist Solarian song, man.
Yeah, I know.
That hurt me. Right in my heart, man. That hurt me.
That was a true hero.
I will say now, Morden, best male character.
Yeah, I know. He really was.
Second best male character is probably Rex.
Yeah.
Because he was just cool as shit, man.
I always found the human male sort of like sidekick. He's just like
Caden.
just a soldier dude. I always find them to be
Most boring.
fucking boring. Like
Caden has a sort of interesting backstory.
which one was he?
He was the biotic
First
that you,
one,
that
first
you
game?
probably let die,
I let him die.
to save Miranda.
Okay, I actually regretted that because Miranda to me,
Oh, wait,
It's
not
fucking-
Miranda. Ashley.
Ashley.
They're all generic.
All right, like Ashley and Miranda look exactly the same almost.
They do, yeah.
So
Tally, best
Yeah.
female character, just saying.
yeah,
You can actually see her picture without her mask, and she looks better than Miranda and Ashley.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, aliens,
yeah.
for having that thick ass.
I just find the aliens really interesting.
They are more interesting. I will just go ahead and tell you. I play Soldier in Mass Effect games. Except in Andromeda, where I'm playing the sort of weird Vanguard mix.
Mm.
Where it's all biotic, which is like weird telepathic powers.
Yeah, so
man. It's
Soldier's-
fucking magic.
Soldier's all about you've got your assault rifle,
I played Soldier in the main
got a lot
series.
of health. You just run around and kill stuff.
Louis, what did you play in the main series?
I mained engineer through the entire series.
Now, if you want to play... You said previously, when we were talking about The Witcher, that you like to play tank.
Yeah.
You either want to play something like Vanguard or Soldier.
Okay. Cool.
Soldier is just straight up easy, point and shoot. Vanguard is a lot more in depth. A lot more in depth.
Engineer is an interesting one. I feel like I haven't played like any of the other setups you can have, but I feel like engineer is really weak compared to the rest. I don't know.
I mean, the powers are ridiculous.
Kind of.
Like, when you get, like,
Well-
neural shock and incinerate, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Compared
I don't
to
know.
concussive shot. Of course, you do get
Although,
adrenaline rush, which is good.
I guess it didn't matter for me because I played. It wasn't the highest difficulty because you don't have that unlocked when you first start the game. But it was like the hardest that I could choose. I was playing on that throughout the entire series, so it's like I just had huge damage reduction on like everything. So,
Yeah.
or maybe not damage reduction, but enemies had a shit ton of health. So like
Yeah.
it just didn't matter what I did.
I remember I got an achievement when I was playing Mass Effect 3. It was called Into the Storm. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? All I did was melee kill a brute. All I did was melee kill a giant robot, a giant cyborg death machine that was horrifying looking. Actually, turn around on your computer, go to Google Images, look up Brute Mass Effect 3. Jeff has to see what we're talking about here.
Alright. Brute Mass Effect 3.
Just go to Images.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I remember these.
Yeah, I just melee killed that.
Yeah.
Just nonchalantly. and I got an achievement for it. I'm like, okay.
This particular one is actually from.
That's from the final level.
Yeah, this is from the final level.
That's actually the exact one that I melee killed.
Yeah, this is from the final level where you have to activate the tank to shoot the Reaper, and so in this fight they swarm you with just a shit ton of
everything,
brutes, banshees, fucking just normal dudes,
harvesters,
ravagers. This was so ridiculous on the difficulty I was playing.
Dude, it's even worse when you play soldier because you have no ammo.
Oh my god.
You run out of it. That's why I had to melee him.
Holy.
I had to melee him, wait for a slight break when a harvester came down, and just like scramble around all the cover looking for fucking ammo. Like, just pull up that image right there, directly above.
Oh yeah.
That's all the special enemies.
Oh.
Yeah.
All of those are charging you at the same time.
Yeah, all of these are charging at the same time. It is so ridiculous. That fight was so ridiculous.
Honestly, the harvester was the easiest part. It's the fucking banshees that are ridiculous.
Yeah, and the harvester just stands there and you just shoot it
until it dies.
The banshees are just teleporting around all over the place. They've got biotic powers.
They're basically Tracer from
they're they're Tracer, but they have like Roadhog health.
And,
oh my god.
And soldier damage.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
And Lucio speed in general.
Nope.
Like, and it sucks for me because Engineer sucks ass against biotics. Like, with the brutes, they have a lot of armor, but Incinerate will like reduce their armor, so I'll do more damage. But getting past the biotic barrier is like the only way I can do it is just shoot it, or like I can throw attacks at it, but it doesn't do much.
I mean,
it's so ridiculous.
That's why you really want to play Soldier if it's your first time playing Mass Effect.
Yeah,
because you do equal damage to everything.
Yeah, Engineer is very good against synthetics. Get rid of their shields and just blow them up.
Kill some robots.
You can hack them. I like doing that. And then armor. You can also get through armor. Pretty good.
And Biotic is good against everything but shields.
Yeah.
And then Soldier's just equally good at everything.
Yeah.
That's why you really want to work into doing stuff like if you want to do the Biotic tree, you want to go Soldier, then Vanguard, then Adept. Go pure combat, do a mix, and then like pure Biotic. It lets you just work into it.